sort of a standard approach to how you write one of these. I like to begin by receiving the sources, the CSR, the protocol, any other publications that are out there in the public, and I'll look at the registries in the US and the EU if the study's already been registered, just to get a sense of how the team has been presenting this information already.
So the steps to creating a plain language summary, you first want to gather the team that's going to be involved in the process and conduct that initial kickoff meeting where everyone does understand their roles and responsibilities.
Attend a kickoff call with the study team, prepared with any questions I have about the study, so that they can kind of answer those for me. They're the experts on the actual study itself. I'm the expert on producing it at a plain language level. So I'll go to that and hopefully walk away from that meeting with sort of my marching orders and how I'm going to now really author the first draft.
And the author, the writer with experience in plain language summaries, moves into the drafting phase. You create one draft, you provide that to the review team that the sponsor has selected for the review. Those sponsors provide feedback back to the author, and you may have a comment resolution meeting. If you've got multiple reviewers, you want to go through those comments. You may have competing comments that you need to work through.
If they've got review comments, then after draft 1, I produce draft 2, and at that point incorporate graphic design. We wait a little bit in the process to bring in the graphic design because we found study teams can be distracted by the layout and be commenting on the presentation and instead of the content, which is really what we want them to focus on at draft 1.
If we were going to have patient review, there's different steps you could incorporate patient review. You could incorporate patient review after the graphic design if you wanted input on the layout. If you wanted to try and stay away from having input on the layout with patients, then you might do it prior to it going through graphic design. And then once you have those components incorporated, you finalize your second draft. It goes back to the sponsor for that review after the second draft.
After they've seen it in draft 2 with the layout, we'll sort of fine-tune things, address any additional comments, and then produce the final draft for the sponsor to own.